Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is having a good evening. This is Bridget with Horse Auctions USA, and I thought tonight would be a good time to pop on here and talk to you guys a little bit about the upcoming Ocala Horse Sale this weekend. Horse Auctions USA handles all of the online bidding for this sale, and sometimes a little visual demonstration is much easier to understand than written instructions as far as the online bidding. And every sale we do get questions about how to do certain things, and then there's some features of the online catalog that I don't think everybody knows about. So I thought that we would just maybe take a few minutes and kind of go over that and all of that good stuff. Excuse me. This is a pre-recorded video. I really wanted to do this live with you guys tonight, but I am recording from home and I have little furry wireless doorbells that are bound to go off at some point. So we're going to record this just in case they decide to sound the alarm about something. But if you do have any questions at the end of this video, I'll make sure my contact information is available for you to reach out. So first things first, let's talk about the schedule so everyone knows what the plan is. Everyone can make their plans for the weekend. Things are going to kick off on Friday at Ocala Horse Sale, guys. It's 2 full days of fun and horses at Ocala. If you've not been before, you're in for a real treat. It's a really good experience. If you go to Ocala's website itself, ocalahorsesale.com, you can find the schedule right here. It's actually right on the flyer itself. So things are going to kick off on Friday at 12 o'clock noon with the trail horse competition. There will be a ranch horse competition at 3:30 in the afternoon. And then following those is the all sale horse demonstration. And basically that's a big open arena for anyone who wishes to kind of show off and demo their horse to go out there and do that. And then on Saturday morning at 9 o'clock, there is a preview exclusively for the preferred session horses. They have a very specific set of things they need to do. They need to turn the horse loose, catch it, saddle it, hop on cold, lope off, etc. So all of those things happening. And again, I don't expect you to remember that schedule. It's all right here on the Ocala Horse Sale website. Great thing to come to in person. If you are in and around Ocala and able to get there on Friday, I would encourage you to attend these previews and demonstrations. See the horses up close, talk to the consigners, get a really good feel for what these horses are. But for those of you who can't, and certainly that is a lot of you, we will be streaming the entire competition. Amber Lee from Horse Auctions USA will be in Ocala all weekend. She will be streaming the competitions, the open demonstrations, and the preferred session demos. All of that will be streamed live on the Ocala Horse Sale Facebook page. So again, so you don't miss any of the competitions or the demos, the Ocala Horse Sale Facebook page will have the live stream of all of that. So now that we've covered all of that, let's talk about this online bidding. Because again, if you can't get there in person, the online bidding is the way to still be able to participate, to not miss out on that horse that you really wanted. So first things first is what you're going to use to bid online. And you have 2 different options available to you. If you're going to be using your smartphone or a tablet, any kind of mobile device, I would strongly encourage you to download the Horse Auctions USA app. It's free to download. It is available on both the Google Play and the App Stores. You'll just go to the search bar in the appropriate store for your phone or your tablet, type in the search bar Horse Auctions with an S at the end, USA. The icon will pop right up. Like I said, free to download and you're good to go. Most of our users who have and use the mobile app really like it. It's just really user-friendly. The notifications that you do want to get come straight to your phone rather than going to your email. So just kind of a nice thing. However, since we're on the computer right now, I'm going to show you that and we're going to talk about that. If you prefer to use your computer or a browser, you can use any browser your little heart desires. I do strongly recommend that you use Google Chrome simply because it's generally the most up-to-date browser. So that's what we're going to do. So if you're going to use your browser, you are going to go to, and this is very important, bid.horseauctionsusa.com. Now, you can go to horseauctionsusa.com and get there, but it's just way easier to navigate directly to the page. So once we're here, whether you are using the computer and your browser or you're using the app. The rest of this is all the same. So again, because this is Horse Auctions USA website, we've got lots of sales going on all over the country all the time. So you want to make sure you find the sale you're looking for. And in this case, you're looking for the Ocala Horse Sale. So here it is. And you'll see down here below it, it says View Auction. So if you go ahead and click on that, it's going to bring you to the main page. And it gives you the basics about the Ocala auction over here. And then over here is an index of all of the listings. Okay, you see them all there. That's what that is an index. I've had people in the past navigate to here and they're like, I can't see anything beyond here. If you want to know more about any of these horses, just click on them. And then it's going to bring you to their actual page. Okay, so here's this particular horse, hip number 25. It gives you the name up here, the hip number. Here's the written information. Okay. The second thumbnail, generally it will tell you they've got a video up here. The second thumbnail will always be the video if they have a video. Okay, guys? So if you want to see the videos, again, these are just common things people sometimes, can't quite figure out how to find. The video will always be the second thumbnail. So if you want to watch his video, you click that second thumbnail, and there you go. There's the video. And then you can just navigate back. So you can scroll through the index and do it that way, or there's another little handy dandy feature. You can search. Maybe you're just looking for something very, very specific. For example, maybe you want any mention of reining. That's really, that's where it's at for you. You're not interested in anything else. You could do a keyword and it's going to pop up any of the horses that mention that. Okay. Maybe you want a specific color. Maybe you are only interested in a buckskin. First you have to spell buckskin right. There we go. Maybe you're only interested in a buckskin. If it says anything about buckskin, once again, it's going to pull those up. The only difference here between the computer or browser versus the smartphone and the app, here you can use this search, or you can use this little, down here there's a little search glass. So if you're on the app, it's going to be here. That's how you would use that keyword search. So that's how to just kind of navigate. That's just a real quick, brief, this is how you do that. When you get down into these preferred session horses, they'll have a little bit more stuff going on. So let's see what we've got here. If there's applicable links or anything like that, it's going to tell you right in their stuff. So I know a lot of these guys will have x-rays on file, by sale day. The links will all be right there. Okay, so that's just basically how you're going to navigate all of this. Now, if you want to bid, the first thing you're going to have to do is register. And you will notice that under every single horse, it says register to bid. It does not matter which horse you select register to bid under. Does not make a shred of difference. You register under any horse in the sale and you are good to go for the entire sale. Now, this is very important. When you click register to bid, a lot of times people will get in here and they will just see this and they will immediately type in their email address and then they're confused as to what's going on. Well, if you have never been with Horse Auctions USA before, you don't have an account. So you want to ignore all of this and you want to go down here to no account, sign up here. Okay. So you go there, fill this in and carry on. So if you're new, that's what you're going to do. For the rest of you who are not new, you're going to log in with your email and your password. And I am going to go ahead and log in here because I'm going to show you what to do. So once you've made a user account, you're going to be prompted to go ahead, put in your address, your phone number, all of that good stuff. And this is a very important piece of things, guys, and where a lot of confusion comes in. You do have to place a credit or a debit card on file in order to register for online bidding. You do not have to make final payment for your winning bids with that card or any card for that matter. You can pay cash or check at pickup, you can use a different card, etc. But you do have to put a card in order to register. It is an unfortunate necessity. We are subject to scammers just like the rest of the world, and we need to make sure that our people who are registered to bid are actual people over the age of 18 with an appropriate payment method. So that's why the card needs to be put in there. Now, when you register, it is going to place a $1,000 pre-authorization on your registered card. Now, this is not a charge, and I want to go over this very, very clearly because, again, there's often some confusion here. When that pre-authorization happens, most mobile banking apps are going to send out some kind of notification letting you know that this has occurred. And 9 times out of 10, when that notification comes through, it comes through looking like a charge. And this inevitably triggers a panicked call from someone who thinks that we have charged them just to register to bid. So folks, I just want to be very clear, that is not the case. It's just the way the notifications come through from the different banking apps. If you actually get into your mobile banking, you're going to see that $1,000 is sitting there as a pending charge. And what's going to happen is at the conclusion of this sale, it is going to fall off on our end like it was never there. Now, when it disappears on your end, it's going to be up to your bank, and it varies bank to bank. But generally by Monday, Tuesday at the latest, it's fallen off on everybody's end. But just know on our end, it's automatic. It's gone. We're not charging you. We just put the authorization on there to keep everybody on the up and up and keep real bidders bidding and everybody else out. So that's why that's there. So now that we've covered that, you're registered, you're good to go. I do recommend you click that it remember you, and that way you don't forget to log in. And I'm going to show you why in a minute. So we're going to go ahead and get signed in, and I've already registered here so that I can show you guys this. When sale day comes and you want to be able to bid, make sure that the very first thing you do is look in the upper right-hand corner of your app or in the browser and make sure you see your name. That means you're logged in. Because if for some reason you didn't ask it to save your login information and you go here and you're not logged in and the horse you've been waiting all day for comes in, you're going to go to bid and you're not going to be able to because you're not logged in. The other tell, if this doesn't ask you if you want to bid and is instead prompting you to register, that's your second clue. You're not logged in. So just make it a good habit. As soon as you go here, make sure your name is up here. So you'll see, I mean, obviously the sale is not live yet. So what's going on here? Why have we got bid options? Well, there's 2 different avenues for bidding here. What is open and available to you now and why you see bid right here is early absentee bidding or pre-bidding. For those of you who have ever used eBay, this is very, very similar. This lets the computer do the work for you. You place your bid ahead of time, and the computer registers that bid and then works on your behalf when the auction goes live. This is really, really handy in a couple of scenarios. You might have to work Saturday. Maybe your kid has a playoff game on Saturday, or for whatever reason, you just can't watch live on Saturday. Maybe you live in an area with poor internet and or cell service. Now, this is a big one. Our internet service there at the pavilion in Ocala is very good, so there will be no delay on our end. However, we can't do anything about delays on your end. So if you're kind of out in the country and you don't have a really strong signal, going live could get a little risky for you only because if there's a delay on your end, there's a chance your bid won't get in on time. Auctions are pretty fast paced and, for most people, they're not an everyday event. So it's kind of a big deal. And people sometimes, hesitate just a split second. And then if you add a delay because of rural internet, there's a chance you're going to miss out on your horse. And then the other time when I recommend using the absentee bidding, if you're a person who finds making big decisions under pressure very stressful, then maybe an auction isn't the best scenario for you live, right? Maybe you really, really like one of the horses in here and that's the one and you're sure of it. But because you know you better than anyone, that when it gets right down to it and we're in the middle of a live auction and that auctioneer's going kind of fast, you might freeze. If you think that might apply to you, then maybe this is something to think about. So with this option, you can go ahead and shop these horses. You can go to the preview or watch the previews tomorrow night, really study the one you like and think about what it is that you want to spend on that horse. And then when you're ready, go ahead and enter that number. Takes the pressure off. The computer does the work for you. So I'm going to actually place a pre-bid and I'm going to do it right here on this lot 0. This is a practice bidding lot, guys. And that's exactly what it is. Go hog wild here. It doesn't count. Only this lot. Don't be bidding on anything else. Those are for real. But this right here, this is just for practice. It'll let you get a feel for it. And it's not going to hurt a thing. Bids here don't count. I don't care what you do. Have fun with it. Just so you can kind of see how things work. So if you want to place that bid, you see, you can bid in real time. So I could just bid 22.5. And you see, I clicked it once. It's asking me to confirm the bid. So you do need to click twice. This is to prevent accidental bidding. That's never a good thing. No accidental bids. We don't want that. So you click once to bid and a second time to confirm it. So there, now I am the high bidder at $2,250. Now, if John Smith comes along and he bids $2,500, he's going to take me out. So I'm going to have to get back in here and bid again if I want to continue. But if I use this little drop-down arrow over here, if I click that, here it says create max bid. So if I want to make certain that John Smith doesn't outbid me, I can go in here and I can raise that bid. I'm not going to raise it up very high because I want you guys to get in here and play with it. So I'm just going to say $3,500. That's what I want for my maximum bid to be. So what's the computer going to do? Because I know sometimes people think, well, if I do that, then the computer's just going to, put me in. It's not. I'm already the winning bidder at 22.5. I'm going to place my max bid. See how that didn't change? It's not going to, because I'm already the high bidder and the computer is now working on my behalf. So when John Smith comes along and he does bid $2,500, the computer is going to register that and say, oh, you've been outbid, but your maximum is still higher. So I'm going to put you back in at the next available increment, which is $2,750. And that's what the computer will do. And then I'll sit there until someone outbids me again, and so on. Where I'm going with all that is that the computer is bidding on your behalf. The computer's job is to bid as if you were bidding. So to keep you in the lead at the lowest possible amount. That's how that works. If you choose to use this option, I want you to use it with confidence. When a horse comes in the ring, we can see that a pre-bid has been placed. It will let us know, hey, someone has placed a bid, right? The computer's going to come into play here. If that horse comes in the ring and we have a catalog in front of us and they say, oh, by the way, this horse cribs, but that wasn't here in your information that was available ahead. Or maybe, God forbid, they had a fender bender on the way in and the horse got a little banged up on the trailer and now the horse has a fresh cut. If there's anything announced or visualized when that horse comes in the ring that changes the information you had available to you when you placed your absentee bid, we are going to elect to take that bid out of the equation, because that's not really fair to you. You bid with one set of information and then that information was changed. So we don't want there to be unwelcome surprises. My point is to tell you that, use this option if it's appealing to you with confidence. We don't want you to get an unwelcome surprise. All right. So we are watching out for you. That's our job. Now, for those of you who don't want to do that, you can watch and bid live. On Saturday morning, over here, that first little thumbnail is going to say view live. You just click that to play and you will have real-time audio and video. And then this little bid button here, it's going to change with each horse and it's going to change as the auctioneer's going. So if he's asking for $3,000, then $3,500, then $4,000, then $4,500, and so on, this is going to change in real time. So it'll be asking you, you will know what the bid is asking for because it will tell you right here in front of you. Remember, click once to bid, twice to confirm. So live bidding, absentee bidding, both options are available to you. Bidder registration doesn't take long, maybe 3 minutes, 5 if you type slow. So yeah, you can register anytime. You can register in the middle of the auction if you want. However, I do recommend you register prior to the start of the auction. And the reason I recommend that is once the auction has started, all of our staff that is able to assist you with any kind of technical problems, they're up on the auction block or glued to a computer running the actual online bidding. It is very hard, if not impossible, for them to get away to answer the phone and troubleshoot for you. So I do recommend you register prior to the auction. That way, if you do run into a hiccup or you have a question or a problem, one of us is free to help you. It's not that we can't help you in the middle of the live auction. It's just a little more challenging and it might take longer than you have available. Often people will reach out within a horse or two of the one they want. And if we're right in the middle of something with, the live auction, we can't always get to you. So I do encourage you to register prior. One of the most common things, and I'll tell you guys right up out of the gate here, the address that you register with when you put your card in, make sure it matches the address exactly the way that your billing statement for that card comes. That'll probably be the most common problem people have when registering, is it won't accept the address. And that's all it is. It just doesn't match the card you're using. And the system wants to make sure that that's your card. So all that being said, I know this was probably really redundant for my regular viewers, but for those of you who are new to online bidding, I really hope this was helpful to you. Again, my name is Bridget. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I will be available until about 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Friday. My number is 336-904-8903. Amber Lee is the one who will be handling Ocala. She's the one who will be there on site, and she is also able to help you with any problems or questions. Her number is 336-564-7650, and I will put those phone numbers in the comments as well. I want to wish everyone good luck. Enjoy the sale. It's a great set of horses. We're real excited to have you on board. Hope you all have a safe evening, and we will see you all starting tomorrow. Remember, things kick off with the trail horse competition at noon.